Welcome at Bawashir again. It is just programming, so we're gonna learn today how to change our Python files into Windows executable files. What do I mean by Windows executable? You know, I have here my file already created. I have here a login. This is a Python script. When I open with tabla mistakes, you see this is the script. So we developed this app here, this software, in the previous video. Please, you can check up the link in the description below. So when I press Ctrl B to run this one, this is what comes up. We developed this in the previous Windows. So here something like Bawashir, something like 1 2 3 4 login. Yup, that is just a login tutorial. So this app cannot be run on a computer without Python installed. Wow, so what's the solution behind this? What we have to do is we have to change our .py file into .exe. That is a Windows executable file. There we go. So now what are we going to do? I've just created here some file. This is a license file. I'm going to open it with Notepad. It is just simple file. I think Bawashir Copyright 2024, the app is free for educational purpose. That's no big deal. Then this is our icon file that we are using in our software. Hope you know what I mean by the icon. So we are going to go straight away forward. First of all, you'll need to go to command line interface, go to CMD, enter, then you type pip install pyinstaller. Are you seeing? So pyinstaller is a Python package that we are going to use to change our .py file to exe file, so that anybody on any other computer without Python installed can use our software or our app that we have created. So when you press enter, here you must have a network connection, but mine says requirement already satisfied. That means my pyinstaller is already installed. There we go. So we are going to come to our folder here, then hold shift and right click, then say open PowerShell window. Here some other Windows OS can say open command prompt. Here no problem, just say open. Now I'm going to zoom this one a bit. Now what we are going to do, we are going to just write some simple command, and that will be pyinstaller. Then I'm going to have one file which is Windows. Are we there? Then I'm going to have an icon for my app. Icon equals bawashir.ico. Oh, when I zoom this, you're not seeing. Yeah, that's what I've been typing. One file, Windows, then icon equals bawashir.ico. Then I'm going to have my script is called login.py. Only that one is enough to have our executable. I'm going to click enter. Then after a couple of seconds, my setup is going to be ready. There we go. Very fast. So we can see building exe from exe00.talk completed successfully. So when I close this one, my window, I'm going to have here, have a build folder, have a distribution folder, have login.spec. Those are the new items you have got in our folder. So I'm just going to have here in distributable. You see, I already have my login, and the file type is an application. When we see it is properties, you'll see here it is application.exe. Then cancel. Now after having this one, what are we going to do next? What we are going to do next, we are going to open what we call inno setup compiler. Inno setup compiler is an open source compiler. It is free on the net. Please can check up in the description for the link to have yours on your PC. That's by downloading. So I'm going to double click on inno setup. I'm just going to say create a new script file using the script wizard and say okay. I say next. Then application name. What is the name of your application? Can just call it, of course, it is login, and that is it. Application version 1.5, you can put any, or you can put according to your version. Then company, mine I can put PowerShell. Then www.example.com can put www.powershell.com. You can put yours. Then we have next. Now here, program files, application destination base folder. It means your application is going to go on program files of the Windows, of the PC that it is installing. Allow users to change the application folder, no problem. Click next. Then the executable file that you have created, I have here, it is on desktop in my login folder. Then distributable, it is here, that's the executable. I say okay. Allow users to start the application after setup has finished, no problem. Now don't forget this, add files. We have to add a certain file, and that is the icon. Don't forget, and it is here. We have used the PowerShell.icon. Open. So I have two files, the login.exe that we created using pyinstaller, then PowerShell.icon. Then from there I will say next. Then associate a file type extension, associate a file type to the main executable. Just say ignore that one, press next. Create a shortcut to main executable, yes. Allow users to create a desktop shortcut, yes. Click next. License, now here is why I created that license. Just click here, I say open, but it is optional. Information file before installing, information file after, that is you can ignore. Administrative install mode, install for all users, or you can ignore that one. Press next. Now you can select all languages in case someone elsewhere is going to use your software. Then you say next. Now custom compiler output folder. After our compiler has finished, where are we going to find our application? Just we can put it in that very file of ours. Then compiler output base setup. Now the name of your setup, I'm going to say login setup, login 1.5 version setup. I see. Custom setup icon file. I'm just going to use the same icon of PowerShell.icon. Setup password, in case you want your setup to have a password, you can put here. Mine is free for access for education purpose. Click next, click next, click finish. Would you like to compile the new script now? Yes. Yes. Are we there? That is saving the script. I can save it as my setup. Endorsements, then it says save. Then after a couple of seconds, it is going to run the setup. Wow, you can see finished, and it's successful. So I close inno setup. Now when I go to my folder here, login folder, I already have created something called login. This is the setup we have created, a login 1.5 setup. So this is what you can transfer to some other computer anywhere else, to your friend, on the website for download, so that anybody who doesn't have Python can use your software. So when I double click on it, it is going to come as wow, install. Say yes. Now you can see here the languages. You can select English, you can select any as we chose. You can say okay, I accept the license. I put just simple, you accept the agreement, then you say next. Now here you can see program files, but the user can change the installation folder as we suggested earlier. Then next, create a desktop icon, yes. Then next, install. And here launch login, no. For now let me say finish. Now we can see our app is somewhere here, our software is here. So when I double click on it, after a couple of seconds, wow, it pops up. Then let me try PowerShell, password, login, or wrong username or password, 1234, login. Wow, hello world. So that's how we create a py file to exe from Python script to a Windows executable file, so that it can be run anywhere on a Windows PC without Python installed. Thanks for watching. See you when you see me. Don't forget to subscribe, please.